How to fix any problem permanently. I was just having this thought this morning about another YouTube video I could do about it would actually provide some value to you guys. And yeah, I've recently learned that most people they look at they try to fix the effect of their problems. They don't actually fix the root cause. So I'll give you an example. People want their headache fixed, so they go take pills to relieve the pain. They don't actually drink enough water or fix their bad health diets. They just want a quick fix. Or they're happy, so they'll go indulge in any type of instant gratification where it's not actually fixing the reason they're unhappy, the reason they're unfulfilled. They're just relieving that problem for a little bit. So how I've recently started to fix my problems permanently is I look at the root cause of the problem. I dig deep and try to find the seed where that problem started. And that's all self-improvement really is about, is fixing your personal problems. That's what I realized is, freaking light going out. Is this even a good lighting? Let me check. Okay, it wasn't that good at lighting. I could see the glare. This video. Okay. Yeah, and another way to, after you find the seed of the problem, then you need to figure out, I don't know, kind of finding the seed is part of figuring out where you're at. And yeah, the steps to solving a problem is you need to realize that you actually have a problem. That's actually the first step. Yeah, with so many of my problems that I'm trying to solve right now, or working on solving right now, I didn't even realize that I had that problem, or I kind of like ignored it and was naive or oblivious to the fact that I actually had this problem. And so the first step in fixing that problem is I need to realize and accept the fact that I do have that problem, that is a problem I have. I need to lower my own ego and be humble and realize that this is a problem I do have, and the only way I'm going to fix it is if I decide to fix it and decide to accept the fact that I do have it. The next step is figuring out where you are at, like how far down you are, how much you need to do to get to fixing that problem or where you want to be. And how you do that is you just have to be self-aware, I guess. I don't know how you fix, or how I guess one way you could realize where you're at is ask other people what they think where you're at in life, or like what's a good example? Communication. If you want to get better at communication, if you think that's a problem or whatever, you guys probably have way better problems than that, but that's kind of one of my problems is communication. So one way I've realized where I'm at is I have to, one, be self-aware, realize that I have that problem, and then another, kind of assessing where you're at that problem, is asking other people what they think, like where you're at with that, if you're good or bad, or on a scale of 1 to 10 or whatever. And once you realize where you are, then you need to create a plan to get from where you are to where you want to be in that problem, or how to solve that. Get from where you are to solving that problem. And how to do that is to realize how to create a plan. You want a plan that's pretty bulletproof. So you want to realize what got you into that problem, why you got that problem in the first place, and take that into account when you're creating your plan. And you don't want to just be optimistic with your plans. You want to take into account all the bad things that might happen, all the setbacks you might have, and all the unforeseen events that might happen when trying to fix this problem. And you want to take that into account and create backstops and create different plans. Well, the reason you wouldn't want to create all these different plans is because then you wouldn't follow through on that. You wouldn't have as much drive for one plan because you're like, oh, I got other options and all this stuff. That's the only reason you wouldn't want to really create all these other plans. Yeah, you basically want one plan, but like backstops. So if this happens, then this is what we go from there. But it's not really a different plan. It's like, it's a plan that's taking into account different scenarios, because you don't know the future. You don't know what's going to happen. So yeah, after you got your plan in place, and it's a pretty solid plan, then next step would just be to execute on that plan and stay consistent and don't fall off. But if you do, you're human, so you probably will. I do all the time. So if you fall off the plan, then don't give up and don't be like, oh, okay, yeah, I can't do it, it's not worth it, or whatever. I don't even know what excuses y'all have. But if you fall off, just get back up, just get back on the horse. If some random stuff happened that you didn't put into your plan and you didn't account for, that's okay. Just recreate the plan, redo the process. You have to kind of restart it. You can't just try to go back to where you were. So like, if you're going to the gym consistently and then you fall off, you can't, like, you fall off for like a month or whatever, you can't just jump straight back into the routine and the workout, the level of intensity you were doing right before you fell off. You have to kind of build yourself up. You kind of have to work your way up to that level again. That's the same thing with any other problem. If you're going good at it, but then you fall off for a little bit, you can't just start back right where you started. You have to restart a little bit. But it's not a complete restart because you've already made all this progress on it before. So that's the cool thing. And when you restart, after you've already been going on it for a while, when you restart, the restart period is going to be way shorter, because you've already kind of done it before. So it's going to be way faster and seamless process. So I'm going to create another video about, you want to look about behind the reasons of everything you're doing. But that's for next week, probably. Well, anything else to say? Yeah, be reasonable. Look at all the reasons behind whatever you're doing. What are you doing whatever you're doing for? So that's it. All right. See you.